What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new Roblox Piggy video. This is probably one of the biggest Piggy videos I've made in the past few months because an insane amount of stuff has happened over the past day. I'm not joking when I say this, no clickbait, but there is literally a secret Piggy T.S.P game where you actually call T.S.P. and it's wild. So in order to get to this game, there was a giant puzzle and a giant clue that you had to solve. So there was those hints, and it was, like I said, it was crazy. I'm gonna go over everything in this video. Before we hop into it, though, I do want to say that if you guys are new to the channel, if you're just joining in, if you haven't yet subscribed, do go ahead, do me a favor, hit that red subscribe button, guys. It was not easy deciphering these codes. It literally took hours, so I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Helps out the channel, and of course, you'll be notified of future videos on this as well. So let's go ahead, let's get into this. So this all started a few days ago. IKEA, who is one of the map builders in Piggy, she did chapter 9, chapter 3, and a few other maps, chapter 11, I believe. She tweeted this here, which turned out to be a secret sentence. It was a hint as to what TSP was, and basically how we had to solve it was we had to figure out what each one of these characters meant in terms of the letter that it corresponded to in the English language. So for example, this message here, once you deciphered it and figured out what every single character corresponded to as far as the English letter went, we got this here. So this is what that message translated to. It was a weird twist on a Bible verse, which was very strange. It's like, okay, maybe TSP is like some sort of like religious cult or something like that. Well, anyway, we solved that. We solved the first clue. And then a few days later, 2 days later, IKEA tweeted this. And it was TSP clue number 2, and it was a longer version, a longer section of our first hint. Now, this thing literally took hours to solve because we had to figure out what each character corresponded to simply by trial and error. I think it took like 3 hours. And then once you deciphered this message, what you got was this. It was yet again another twist on a very popular Bible verse. Again, we weren't really too sure what this meant in terms of TSP, but hey, you know, second clue was down. What's next? So earlier today, IKEA tweeted the third clue, which included a secret link to a secret Roblox game. So here is her message up on the screen. I'll put it up there. And as you can see, it is more of the exact same. So what we had to do was we had to use the key that we had figured out using the past two clues, the past two secret messages. And we had to use this key to decipher what each character in this message meant. Now, once we did that, we had to, I don't really know how to say this. She basically gave us a bunch of numbers, and we had to take those numbers and correspond those numbers, match them up to letters and characters and numbers inside of her secret message. So what we would do is we would count 6 from the left, and then we'd go 10, and then we'd go 10, 11, 12, so on and so forth, and then we'd write down each one of those characters. And then once you did that, it comes out with this message here. It's a secret link. It said roblox.com/game/500461617/, whatever in the world that is there. Now, if you take this URL and you put it inside of Roblox, it takes you to this page right here. No significant harassment by 41_AQD. Now, if you go to this account, it's literally just a random new account. 41AQD says press F9, which we'll get to that here in a second. Created 5/8/2020, last online 8 hours ago. And this is their only game here. Now, this is what's really interesting. When you go into this game, this is IKEA's secret game on her secret account here. When you go into the game, you're greeted with this. It's literally just an empty Roblox plane, and then in the middle of it, there's whatever in the world this is. Now, make sure you have the volume all the way to max here so you can hear everything, but it's a lamppost, and we've got a giant telephone booth, and well, when we step inside of it, it says calls are always traced. Don't call for the wrong reasons. Now, at first, I was like, yo, what is going on here? Like, can I click anything? And then, yes, you can click the cell phone. Check this out. Hello? Recipient says, who's this? And then it gets even better. Keep watching, guys. It says, I'm looking for TSP, dude. TSP. And then the recipient on the phone says, have you consulted the, and then it's blank, it's expunged. We don't know what they said there. It was like staticky or something on the phone. We said, what? The line seems to be faulty. Can you repeat that? And then the recipient goes on to say, TSP cannot be contacted at this time. Please call back later. And then we say, what? Please, I need to know. And then the recipient finishes the phone call by saying, IKEA doesn't want you to know right now. We say ... And that's the end. That's the end of the phone call. That is the end of it. Your camera gets frozen and you can't move. Now, here's where things get interesting. If you press F9 on your keyboard right here, it says, hi, you've found the next clue. You have found the next clue. Now, this is crazy. TSP, like, we just called, like, who did we just talk to? TSP can't be contacted at this time. So, like, what in the world? We just called some number, and then the guy or girl on the other side of the phone knew who TSP was, but they didn't want us to find out who they were yet. Like what? This is crazy. And then IKEA went on to say that there's no more clues yet at this time. I was thinking maybe you had to go into Piggy and like search up like some phones, because maybe there's like phones on chapter 9 or chapter 10 that we have to find and push numbers on or something. But no, this is where the situation, this is where the traveling ends for now. Now you can go ahead and restart the game and it'll just go through the same thing again. As you can see, you can walk right back on up to it and push the telephone again. Now, I'm not sure what's up next. So like I said, if you haven't yet subbed, make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to be staying up to date on this. And if you can't, figure out the clues, I'm going to be making videos on it. So don't even worry about that. But dude, this is huge. Like there is a cell phone in a random Roblox game that calls TSP. So now the question is, who is TSP? Who does it stand for? What does it stand for? Let me know down below your thoughts. I'm going to be reading through all the comments. This stuff is this is crazy. Also, as well, a huge shout out to IKEA for putting this stuff together. If you haven't followed her, go follow her on Twitter. I'll have a link to her Twitter in the pinned comments. And of course, whenever she tweets out the next clue, you need to be following her so that you know about it. Before we end this video, though, I do want to remind you guys that if you haven't yet used star code RealCreek when you're buying your Robux, buying Roblox Premium, keep using that. All right, use star code RealCreek. It helps me out a lot. It allows me to do a lot of really cool things for the channel. I have a lot of really cool big things coming out soon, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. So keep using star code RealCreek, and oh man, dude, I'm so excited for this. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.